Audio and video conferencing. Audio conferences, also called teleconference, means meeting a group or party via a phone call instead of meeting them physically. The person who starts the audio conference called the calling party, and the people who are attending the calls are known as participants. So, in the audio conference, at the same time, one can talk to many people. The benefit of using an audio conference, as it is less expensive than the video conference, because it needs very fewer devices, but at the same time it lacks some richness of video conferences. When a number of participants of meeting use telephonic instruments to communicate with each other, then it is known as audio conferencing. An organization can use audio conferencing instruments according to the nature of their meeting, the number of participants, and its resources. The tools normally used for this purpose may include the wired and handheld phones normally used in every household or office, speaker phones used in conference rooms, and mobile or cellular phones normally used for communicating with individuals. So for this reason, audio conference is also known as teleconferencing services. Technology requirement of audio conference: phone or computer with access to internet connection, speakers and microphone. Benefits of audio conference: if we compare audio conference to video conference, then it is less expensive, easy to set up, and very much accessible by all. But yes, it can not totally compare to video conference, as it lacks the richness of video conferences. In video conference, one can see each other as well as listen to one another, and this reduced miscommunication, but the audio conference is not the case. The audio conference has also saved a lot of time and expense, as now people do not have to travel to meet and discuss anything, rather they can host the audio conference call. Also, at the same time, you can interact with as many people as you can. Compared to video conferencing, audio conferences is typically a less expensive, very accessible and easy to set up, but it also lacks some of the richness of video conference. Like teleconferencing, audio conferencing can save time and money that would otherwise be spent on business travel to hold physical conferences. Depending on your specific audio conferencing solution, it may also enable company employees easily create a web collaboration session with key subject matter experts to rapidly resolve company or customer issues. With a good audio conferencing platform, you may not need as many built-out audio-video conference rooms. Some audio conferencing platform can support a number of conferencing hosts, exempt special event connection cost, and come with add-ons. All these make audio conferencing a great way for more than two people to connect with each other at the same time. Next, demerits of audio conferencing. As apart from advantages, there are some limitations. Like, first one is the communication is only verbal. Students show that effective communication is non-verbal communication. Also, the audio conference call cannot keep you focused in the meeting. as people cannot see images of each other. So many times, people who don't pay attention to the speaker and do his or her work like cooking or any other activities. The third demerit is poor quality of audio call. Since the communication is telephonic, then there are many times poor network reduces the quality of audio, which affects the communication. Also, the background noise affects the quality of voice. Next, video conference. Basically, video conference enables the user to connect each other from different locations by both video and audio transmission at the same time using telecommunication technology. Or we can say that it is a type of online meeting where people meet live on audio-visual call. Video conference is also called video teleconference. It is more effective and efficient than audio conference call, as we can see the facial expression of people with help of us to connect them more easily rather than voice calls, where only we can hear voice. But there are some problems like setting video conferences, needs, devices and all. Technology requirement of video conference. Computer with access to internet connection, browser, speakers, microphone, both audio and video conference, and web camera only for video conference. Next, usefulness of video conferencing. Nowadays, whether an office meeting or school, all are happening from home, and they all are using video conferencing to meet each other. Video conferencing also used to host live events and seminars, distance learning. Even before the COVID situation, many people are using video conferencing in education field. This enables to set up a classroom type environment where teacher and student can both interact with each other. However, there are some limitations, and one of the lack of human touch. Business meeting. Again, it is very popular. People meet and do their work together over a distance. Next, telecommuting or home office. No one has ever thought that people can work from home, and only thing which made it possible is the advancement of information technology, which include video conference. Legal environment. The use of video conferencing become more frequent practice in the courtroom. It helps to testify witness to appear in the court without physical travel to the courtroom. Next, telemedicine. There are many times a patient needs medical advice, but he or she is not able to visit a doctor physically. Then video conferencing comes into the picture, where staying at home one can take medicine from doctor or specialist. Advantages of video conference. Pre-download of easy to use software that can be used via internet to connect student, instructor or guest speaker to class and enable both sides to see and hear. Enables individual to participate in synchronous learning experiences from any location worldwide. Users can connect from home, work or other location easily accessible to them. Specifically useful for guest speakers who is far away from face-to-face class location, or students who cannot be in face-to-face class. Enables students to take virtual field trips to remote locations or engaging in an interactive lesson. This especially an advantage to students who attend school in isolated communities, but is an advantage to students regardless of location or socio-economic factors, and can be used to record broadcast or podcast and upload to course website. And as video conferencing technology improves, this can become a far cheaper alternative. It enabled school district to offer specialized subjects by having one teacher teach a class to students at a number of schools. Next, disadvantages of video conferences. Typically on free system, only one or a very limited number of users can connect to the host computers at a time. So video conference can be used only for individual access rather than a larger scale tool and learning environment. However, newer systems such as Camfro enable multi-user video conferencing. Next, depending on the stability of the connection, users may be disconnected during the class and have to reconnect. And finally, difficult to see and hear people who are not close to the microphone or camera, especially when using one of the low-cost systems, thus difficult to have multiple people at one site sharing a computer to communicate with users at other sites. Thank you.